Hey everybody, Phoenix Guardian here, and it's time for my next Let's Play. This time I'm playing Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. And in case you're wondering why I sound different today...
It's because I'm not alone.
Yes. Instead, Phoenix Guardian is actually going to be just doing the commentary, and me, his best friend Travis, is going to be doing the actual gameplay. Because we were going to be honest with each other, I'm way better at this game, and it's going to take less, and it's going to take much less editing on Phoenix's part to finish this game. So,
Without further ado,
cutscene. It's time for cutscene. So yeah, basically we're going to be going through the story, the storylines normally, but the order of the courses that you'll see is actual canonical order. And in case you're wondering, we're using the Great Clement's playthrough as reference for that. So enjoy the beautiful cutscene, and then we'll get started with the gameplay.
Robots made by the leading security company Mediotech are no longer responding to commands and are running amok all over the world. The International Security Organization, GUN, has begun to investigate the event. Mediotech has not yet issued a...
Is this the meteor that fell last night?
Yeah, the sound of the impact woke me from my sleep, and I found it outside.
Knuckles, why aren't you guarding an emerald?
Station shortly.
or is it that you have it,
In the vacuum that is your tail. I swear, Sega completely forgot about that. Completely forgot about that after SA2. That, or it's a spin-off game and they don't care.
I'm gonna go with they don't care.
What do you got? They seem to remember, they seem to care less and less about it with each successful game.
What's up with them?
And in Unleashed, it doesn't seem to be a Master Emerald.
Watch out.
Wow, 300 floors. Talk about a mega skyscraper.
Really quick!
They just happen to have their airboards on them.
How and why?
Oh, that's right, Sonic can't fly. But he can alter gravity with that stone.
Gravity drive activate.
Is this the stone?
Not yet. Alright. So, without further ado, let's dive into the game.
I'll also be cutting out any and all load times.
And you'll only be seeing the successful attempt at each level, but we will put an annotation in there saying how many attempts it took.
Yes. If it took more than one.
Well, they wouldn't need to know if it took more than one attempt. If it took one attempt, if we don't need to put an annotation at that point, dude.
Yeah.
All right. And so yeah, we're playing on the Wii. We're using the Wii version and playing the GameCube controller. Why? Because we don't have a copy of the PS2 version, and I don't want to play for the Wii remote because the Wii remote controls suck ass. I mean, seriously, get the PS2 version, or make sure the Wii, or if you plan on getting the Wii version, get the one with.
Make sure you have a GameCube controller.
And you can actually use it. So, yeah, we're going to be starting off
With the hero story.
Yes, we're actually going to be playing these in the order that the game lets you play in, but then as far as cutscenes are concerned, as far as the order when we edit them, they'll be in the canonical order. So, we'll just get started right away here.
On to...
Onto Megalo Station, where we just saw that cutscene.
Yeah.
Okay, now for the first first level of the hero's story.
I'm so glad that this gamer doesn't have that audio bug.
This game is much, much more accessible than its predecessor.
Because
And
to give
it's
it
and
one, it's simpler.
the difficulty curve is practically the difficulty curve doesn't really
Matter?
the difficulty curve doesn't really exist until you get to the latter part of the game, the latter part of both stories.
Especially the Babylon story.
Yeah. Now, if you'll turn your attention real quick to the upper left-hand corner of the screen, those three icons you see there.
All the gear changes.
Yes, the boost mechanics of the original game
Are gone.
have been taken out and replaced by
gear
these gear changes. Now, what you're seeing me do right here, this is what replaces the drift, the gravity. Is this one the gravity dive, or is the super move the gravity dive?
That's just the drift.
Well, I know it has a specific name. Also, instead of
Of the boost,
a boost air meter, you have
a GP meter.
which allows you to drift and do drifts and the gravity dive. And you also don't have to worry about. And even if it runs out, you're still going along on your airboard. You just can't use drift or gravity dive. And when I say gravity dive, that's this. It lets you go super fast, but it drains your GP gauge like a beak. Seriously.
With that in mind, though, you can still go on foot using power-ups.
Using a certain power up, and it's actually faster.
And use certain shortcuts
Yeah,
via red springs.
and also specific sections. Also, like in the original game, there are three main types. Every character has their default type. Sonic is a speed. So if you played the first game or seen so if you know the typings of characters in the first game, they're the exact same here.
Or in Heroes.
Anybody? Oh yeah, Rouge isn't. If Rouge, I don't think Rouge was in the first game, was she?
As
As an actual character, obviously.
she wasn't, no.
Oh, she wasn't. Okay. But this time I'm not going to take the second one so I can show you an alternate route that you can do. This is what happens. This is what... And there's the first one. So yeah, there's speed, flight, and power like last time.
Like the original, you can also play it as Eggman, but you have to unlock them.
Yeah, which we already have unlocked. In fact, some of these levels,
May have Eggman in it.
I was actually about to say, we don't have some of the characters unlocked because we haven't done mission mode.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the next one. Actually, now that I think about it, in order to keep the commentary consistent, we'll just show these in the order that we'll just play the
Yeah.
we're just going to show the levels and the cutscenes in the order that they're supposed to be, that the game lets you play them in.
Yeah, the hero's story first, then the Babylon story.
Yeah, and then we'll just make and in one of the extra videos we'll show all the cutscenes in canonical order. That'll at least mean our commentary is consistent.
Yeah.
What's that? The cause of all my troubles. I picked it up and those stupid robots came after me. So those things must be after this stone.
Guess that settles it then. The key to solving this mystery is me.
This must be the only
Hey, Sonic, we got company.
3D Sonic game where Amy is tolerable.
Okay, well, I think yes, one of the few.
Other than Generations.
Yeah, 'cause she barely says a word. And it looks like we're approaching almost the 10-minute mark. So we're going to be cut.
No. I usually do this for at least 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, never mind then. We have plenty of time to do the next race. So here it goes. Yes, Botanical Kingdom.
I'll do my best.
This is a fun level.
Yes.
See you later.
Oh, come on.
That's, yes.
That's just ran freaking tastic. Yeah, certain capsules.
Can actually hinder you.
Yes, like that one. It's called the parts lock. Basically, what it does is you can't activate any new gear changes.
And you can't use your GP meter.
You can't drift. You can't use your gravity dive, and you also cannot use any. Also, if you can use a flight, a power, or a speed shortcut, and the parts lock activates, you can't. You can't actually use them. Well, okay, I've never actually never had the parts lock happen at a point where I could try that. So I don't know for a fact. So yeah, Tails is a flight character, like in the last game.
You can go through a flight rings, like you could in SA2.
And in the original, well, like all flight vehicles, all flight natural flight characters, and people with flight vehicles that granted flight characteristic could.
The flight sections in this game are mostly automated, but
you can usually get away with letting go of the control stick and going through those normally, but sometimes you do occasionally have to make corrections.
Or you'll fall into the bottomless pit and lose all of your rings.
And a lot of time. Now, at this point in the track, I cannot do a single thing on the controller, and I'll still be going that fast. That's one of the automated sections. So yeah, in the story mode, you're using everybody's default gear.
And different gears have different gear changes.
Yes, we will be showing off 4 different types of gears you can unlock in the shop during our extras video. And we'll be showing off at least 4 of them. If you plan on doing more than just the story mode, you plan on doing a go through of the heroes of the Grand Prix, which were also in the last game, and we also plan on showing the
unlockable courses.
The unlockable courses.
As well as some of the unlockable characters.
Yeah.
In those courses.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Yeah, unfortunately, if you want to be able to use any of those shortcuts, any of those speed, flight, or power shortcuts, you have to use a gear that naturally comes with it, or something or a gear that has a gear change for it, which you'll have to obtain rings in order to get. Because yeah, those rings are not not only money, but they are also what you use to activate your gear changes.
I kind of like how you need rings in the first game to level up.
Yeah. Only once you unlock the gear change, even if you lose all the rings you currently have, you still keep them.
Yes.
So, let's see.
Mediatek Prince. I feel like it's Babylon counterpart more.
Yeah. The Babylon rogues, we probably shouldn't be talking about the Babylon guys until they show up. Which is going to be in just a few seconds.
Yep.
And time for badass bird moment. One of the few times Jet is legitimately badass in this game.
Get the ox.
Yeah. These are the Babylon rogues. Again with that line.
Weirdest swallow.
The curse lives on through through every single game. It isn't the first one. It isn't the first in a series of spin-offs.
What are you talking about?
My initial reaction when I first played this game, exactly.
Yep. Some Albatross. is based off of an albatross. It's a really big bird with a big wingspan in the Galapagos Islands.
Which is why Storm is so huge and is one of the power types.
Yep.
Sonic, we can't stay here.
No
Looks like we
shit,
have to
Tails.
leave later. See ya, Jet. Wait.
So yeah, we're trying to escape from these guys. Evade the Babylon Rose and get to the control room by going in a circle 3 times.
By going in laps.
Yeah. That's another problem with this. That's another flawed piece of logic with this game.
Which
Go from point A to go from point A to point B, where point B does not exist until
Until 3 laps have...
until you've gone in a circuit twice already.
Which is something that Clement addressed.
Also, yeah. In case you're wondering, we're going to be referencing Clement a lot because he actually played this. He actually let's played this game before us. So yeah. After Phoenix's loyal fans take a look at this, then you can go see how Clement handles this LP, and you can also see the accuracy of the movie that we make out of the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Dang, I don't have enough to use the power shortcut yet. What was that?
What hit you?
That's what I want to know. I think it was a bomb of some kind, but I don't know how it was triggered.
These bomb rolls in front of you. You didn't get hit by it. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do a review after this Let's Play or a countdown.
What kind of anyway. Okay, I'm a power type. I should have been pushing through that stuff.
But why not?
And I think I'm glitching. I think I was glitching. I think the first time might have been a glitch, and then the other ones were because of invincibility frames that I shouldn't have had.
Yeah, even in these sort of games, glitches do happen.
We're not saying this game's perfect. We're just saying if you want to get used to if you want to play a Sonic Riders game, play this one, especially if you have the means to use a GameCube or a PS2 controller. If you can do that, play this one and not the original. Or play this one first to get used to how a Sonic Riders game is.
Then the original,
And prepare for
avoid Field Riders at all costs.
That's Elite Taste's opinion. I haven't played it yet, so I cannot form an accurate opinion. So I'm just gonna say sure. Unless if you like the Kinect, then by all means try it.
If you've seen Angry Joe's review of the game, you will agree with me.
Then again, they may actually have played the game and
If you have played the game, you have to admit that the controls are crap.
Once again, I can't argue, and only the people in the only people who can really argue with you right now are the people in the comment section, because I haven't played the game because you don't want to set it up, just for the sheer fact that you don't want to play it.
That is kind of a pain to set up in the first place. Now you get the electric shield.
Well, I don't really need it. Never really needed it. Because I would have run into enough rings normally to do that without the electric shield. Alright, so that's 100 rings for us in the bank.
Yep.
Moving on to the next one.
Moving on to Aquatic Capital.
Yeah. Oops.
Oopsies.
Okay, okay. We're gonna need to cut this.
See you next part.